Modern factories doesn't naturally need more blue collar. They need a new architecture and a new tech stack. That is what they need. Over the weekend, I stumbled onto another article about how American factories cannot fill 400,000 open jobs. It's few of states, quotes, and even unusual suspects. Now, the question is, when 40,000 manufacturers' jobs go unfilled, it is time to rethink about the blueprint. Now, let's talk about the blueprint here. Let us look into the blueprint. Stay tuned. As everything, I will tell you how to get into the blueprint and how some factory, I will be teaching some factory how they can do what? Get the gap filled up. So stay tuned. It is not as simple as we think. We need more workers in manufacturing. Actually, we need to unlock more of potential in ones we already have. Now, how do we lock this potential? It's by giving them other training, by allowing them to bring in their ideas. The people running our factory aren't just operators, they are engineers, system thinkers, and problem solvers. But for how long have we given them solid, right, or one size fits all manufacturers executing system that creates technical barrier that doesn't need to exist? Do we give them the chance to do that? We are building the industry of tech stack to reflect the real nature of frontline work. We will be giving people already doing the work the power to improve it. Currently, there are two camps. One that's agentic AI powered. Human robots are going to replace factory workers. And the other argue manufacturers, companies simply can't hire fast enough. But the fact doesn't fully support either position. The truth is, automatic, robotic, and AI aren't coming in to change everything overnight. Our industry pretends to move fast, but in reality, it moves pretty slow. And with the high stack of production line distracting, we need human in loop. Yeah, we need the HITL, which is the human in the loop. We need it, not light out factories. Now, second is modern factories doesn't naturally need more blue collar. They need a new architecture and a new tech stack. That is what they need. Think of it like giving factory team the same kind of model, flexibility system, and app developers or office workers already enjoy. In this way, the technical support, the real messy, cooperative, digital work happening on the shop floor. The work that required critical thinking, hand-on experts, and the ability to learn and adapt fast, actually acknowledged. This brings to me a theme that I think needs to die. The people that bring robotic system, turning process partnerment or troubleshooting a machine under pressure, that is not blue collar. That is skill conduit labor. I think it's time we stop worshiping the keyboard and start respecting the controller, the multitasker, and the SP and the SOP blender. Now let us look on this, what this look like in practice. We won't fill manufacturing job and skill gap by pushing more kids into coding boost camp or outsourcing those jobs to robots. We will fuel them when we make rebuild the industry take stack to reflect the reality of work on the factory floor. This look like no coding, easy to use interface. We love IT, engineers, and system innovation. They provide insights, service, and also a key sources of knowledge for the industry. But there simply aren't enough system. Can and they cannot be on site all the time to learn day-to-day opportunity or manage change. You see how we cannot do what? Address them. The practical solution is to think past the existing system and the processing and giving ownership and power to the people actually doing their work. This is cultural shift towards citizen development in manufacturing, where frontline team innovative and the optimative their process. When frontline factory workers are able to test and also on the tools of workflow themselves without waiting for central IT, feedback looping tight and the improvement cycle shorten by empowering frontline workers to make real-time decisions. We are not only building their capacity and buy-in, but also promoting operation and the processing that giving us the flexibility of solution tomorrow problem. Now, another one is AI for operation. AI in manufacturing doesn't need to be magic. It just needs to be designed for the people who do not work and build in infrastructure that is flexible enough to elevate with the latest model. We need to think about AI as another tools or step functioning in productivity that we can incorporate to help solve real problem for real people on this shop floor. For instance, what if frontline workers could use AI to instantly convert exchange SOPs into interface without needing to learn how to code? What about purpose building product system? If every factory production line is different and every operation bring unique knowledge, then their MES need to be compared, made of confidence model building blocks. The MES help frontline team tackle their most urgent day-to-day needs while also setting up to the scale production and the reconfiguring their line quickly, safe and without a 6 months implementing cycle. That is how business stay competitive in the world shaped by supply chain stock, shifting demand and change, not by using AI to replace people. Okay? Now, the new or no color economy. This is crazy. Beyond technology, we need to start treating frontline experts as the backbone of modern economists, not a throwback. We are not going to get more people into factories until we stop treating those factories like second-class workplace. And we are not going to solve the skill gap until we stop pretending only jobs deserve the label smart. As we build the tools that make the real work visible, let's call it what it is: the new collar economy, or just drop collar. altogether. So, in this, what do you now do you think that factories and manufacturers replacing workers with AI is the best way to go, or to start treating their staff well and start giving them opportunity to, think and also make suggestions to them? What do you think? Drop it in the comment section.